Hey everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm going to use my 6x6 square wiper die set, and I'm going to make a fun card using the new Changing Faces. This is the very first die set that I brought out. It was with the 5x7 and the Z fold as well, and still 4 years later they're a popular design, and I think they always will be. The wiper card is really fun and it works with pretty much anything that you've got in your stash. So I've already gone ahead and cut everything. I've got lots of tutorials already on the channel using this set, and I will link that one up here. If not, it will be at the end of the video. So in the set you get all of these dies. So you get two little speech bubbles there, so you can add sentiments popping out if you want. You've got your happy birthday, which is really nice. I'm not going to use that today. So this is the main die. You want to cut that twice. So I've used the Creative Craft Products. It's the smooth 300 GSM cardstock, and then I've cut the mats here using the brickwork embossing folder, and I'll show you that in a bit more detail, but those are the dies there. Sorry if you can hear a little tapping, that's my dog wandering around. And then also I've cut this one and I've used acetate. This is a construction weight acetate, so it's nice and strong, and it's this piece here that allows whatever it is you want to pop out the card. So then these are the pieces I'm using. So I've got my fun faces here. I love his expression. She's going to be popping out over the brick wall and he's going to be sat down reading his book. That's the idea. Hopefully it will work out. So I've just used this one and this one here, and they're both in that Feeling Happy die set. You've got all different ones here. So you get two different face shapes. You get your curved face and your chiseled face. And then you've got all the different expressions, but they can all mix and match. They can mix and match across the two sets as well. You don't just, so if you have got both, you can, create some really unusual faces and expressions, and hopefully maybe personalize them to people that you know. You've also got the little hands here as well. So I've got two of the hands on the book there, and then these are the other hands, which I have added some nail polish to and a little bit of accent glaze. They're very, very straightforward. You can either cut the pieces all in white card and then colour them in, so whatever the hair colour is, skin colour, you can do all that, or cut them all in different coloured cardstock, which is what I've done here. But then I've used different colour inks just to add a little bit of warmth and just a little bit of like shading around the edges there. And the good thing about the dies, although there's small pieces that you're working with, each face has its own little plate. So for example here, this one with all the big circles is the kind of shocked face. Then you've got this one with the little wrinkles on the side of the mouth. That's like your cheeky one. And then you've got this one here with the tongue, which is these ones here. So you know that everything on there will create that look. But like I said, you can mix them all up. So every face has been used on a sample, and you'll be able to see all the photos of those over on my Facebook page. And if I get around to it and remember, they'll also go on my blog. I've got a lot to do on there. But I think as well, across most of them, I've used all of the new sentiments. Today I'm just using the Hey You. But you've also got, some really nice Happy New Home. I hope the neighbours are nice. I just wanted to pop by to say hi. Did I hear it's your birthday? I heard you're feeling a little unwell, so here's a kiss from me. And then you can obviously use the kiss faces. I've been told I'm a good listener. Some really nice ones in there. And then you've also got your icon set, which is where I've got the book from. So you can see here, these are nice big dies as well. I've just stuck the hands on there. You've got your pillow, you've got the hats, the glasses. You can see there I've added glasses to his face. And then on her, I've added the little bow, which is here, and the earrings there. You've got a few different sets. You've got little studs there as well. The birthday hat, balloons. It's a really nice set. And then these below are your stamps and dies. So I've just cut the tree and some of the flowers here, so I can build up like a little garden scene next to him. So this is the 6x6 that I'm working with. I'll actually just show you the 5x7. This is the card I made using the 5x7 size, and you can see how he pops out the top there. Happy New Home, hope the neighbours are nice. I think it's a brilliant, really fun, different new home card, that one. But I want to do something kind of similar. But I'm going to do, again, a garden theme, but it's going to be using the 6x6. And then there's the brickwork embossing folder, a lovely big 8x8 one. So you will need your bigger machines for it. But what it means is that, you're not restricted to just a small embossing folder working on a small area. You can create nice big backgrounds. So if you like your mixed media and you like doing like altered canvases and things like that, then it's a really lovely one. Okay, so that's just explaining all those pieces. So the card itself is very easy to make. So you've got this piece that you've cut twice. You're just going to create a mountain and then a valley fold. So you've got a Z fold there, and then again, mountain and a valley. And then you just want to have one facing this way and one facing that way so you can stick them back to back. My pop-up's going to be coming from this side, but you can have it from this side as well. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to use my strong construction glue and just run that all down one side and then just lay that down over the top so it's right up to the edge, like so. And then whilst that one's drying, I'm going to add some glue to this one. And then again, just let that drop down. And if you fold the whole card flat, you'll get to line everything up. And that's your 6x6 size. And this is how it will go in your envelope. So just give that a minute to dry. So whilst that's drying, I'm then going to stick down the brick embossing folder. So I've got that piece, and then these are the pieces that I cut using the dies. So those are going to go like so. Okay, so everything's stuck down on the front, and I've also just cut a brown piece using the die in the set, and then I've just cut this piece to about 5.5 squared just to go on top of it, so I've got my space to write my message. I always recommend adding a matte layer on the back as well, because you're adding layers on the front, that's going to become really strong. The back one might be a little bit weaker, and because you've got the mechanism inside pushing against the card, if you add the same to the back, then it's just going to stay within that shape, and it would just, you know, make the mechanism run much smoother. So now this one, I'm going to stick down here, and this triangle piece will stick behind this one. So the width of this piece is the same width of this triangle here. So I'm going to bring it almost right up to where that triangle is. So it's almost touching the top. And then she can be stuck onto most of it. That's going to be better. Otherwise, if I go down and stick that on top, there's going to be all of that has to move behind the card. Whereas actually I only need that little bit there. So it's going to vary, you know, for everybody. But I've stuck the tape, so it's on the bottom left-hand side, but you're going to turn it over so it's sticky underneath. Also, make sure you fold across that score line there as well. Okay, and then you want the sticky side, like I said, facing away from you. And you're going to slide it in, and you're going to butt it up to this fold here. So I want to bring it down. Not too much, but enough that it totally hides, there we go, inside. So I've got about 1/2 inch, because her earrings and her ear, she's going to sit inside. We slide this in now so you can see there. So her earring and her ear overhang, but I need to make sure it stays hidden behind there. So I'm going to use, because I'm sticking this onto acetate, I'm going to add some red tape. So I've just added a couple of strips of tape there. I'll make sure that her neck is hidden when it's fully. I need to bring it over a bit because I want her hands to be like here. I think about there. Let's see how that goes in. Just got away with that. So that's, like I said, you want it to be completely hidden when it's closed, and then ta-da! I think it's brilliant. So she's in place. Then the hands are going to be about there. I think that looks good. So you want to add your glue just to the bottom part, because you want the knuckles just overhanging. Okay, so that's going to work fine. And then I thought I would have him just minding his own business, sat in his garden. When the neighbour pops over the wall, she wants a chat. Hey, you. In fact, I might take her hand off and have that maybe under her hand or hanging over. Or I could just have it hanging over there, or maybe, no, I might have it as it was like a little sign. I'll put a little Brad there, I think. So that can hang there. This is so good. I'm glad it's worked out quite nicely. I was going to have that one, but I'm not so sure now. I think I might just have maybe a couple of the flowers, just so there's a little bit of colour. Maybe I'll have it on the book. Yeah, I think something like that. So I'm going to pop this all up on foam. What I did with the book is I actually folded it down they're not score lines, but I just scored down where the kind of spine's drawn in, just so it folds more. And then this is actually one of the other books in the stamp set, just on its side, so you can like stack them up. But I'm going to add it as the spine, just so it's a bit 3D. And then for this, the garden bugs, because I didn't have any stamps it just looked a bit plain basically on its own. So I thought, how can I turn it into a bit of a garden book? So I used my Made to Surprise bugs, and I just snipped off the bugs from the Bugs and Kisses, and then I used the garden part in, just took the garden, so it says garden bugs, and it's like she was bugging him. So I thought it all worked quite well. So I'm gonna get this all stuck down, and then I'll show you it when it's finished. Okay, so there is the finished card. I said one of the other samples was my favourite, with the little chap with his red hat on, but now I think this one is. So hey you. Oh, I think it's absolutely brilliant. I love this, and it displays they display really nicely. I've got a bit of a warped mat there, but yeah, it does display there, you can see. So super pleased with this one. I hope it's given you some more inspiration on how to use the changing faces and to use them with this set, because I know lots of you have been with me for the last 4 years, and some of you have all of my sets. So it'd be nice to dig out the older ones as well and use them with something new. I think it works perfectly. So thank you as always for watching today. All of the product is available over on the Craft Stash website. I'll also have it listed individually in the description box below. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, because that way you won't miss out on any future videos that I share. And I know I said I'd put the wiper playlist here, but I'll probably put the Changing Faces playlist, so you'll see all the cards that I've made using all the different faces, and it'll give you a bit more inspiration. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.